2 weeks on from the craziness of the British Grand Prix, we're here again in Spain. Welcome to Motorland Aragon for round 8 of the World Championship. While the main race is about to start, let's cross over to TNT Sports, ready for the national anthems.
We'll drop off our own cliff now as we listen to the national anthems.
Here it is then, the national anthem of Spain and Aragon.
Luz de Aragón, corre al viento, campana de soledad, pueblo del tamaño de hombres y mujeres, Aragón vivirás, tierra abierta, pueblo grande.
We thought we'd just let the plane go by because that was quite loud. Listening to Be Vocal there, doing both of those anthems, one Spanish, of course, and one from Aragon, and we are now set for a race ahead of us. Let's get the thoughts of the Ducati boss then. Nat has been talking to Davide Tardozzi.
Davide, let's start with Pecco if we can, because he had a really disappointing sprint yesterday. We know that front-end feeling is not quite there yet. Have you been able to give him anything for today's race?
Yeah, we are hardly trying since the beginning of the championship to try to give him back the right feeling on the front. It seems yesterday was really a very, very difficult race for him, but this morning it seems that we found something, and we'll see what it's going to be for this race. But we really always hope and have the finger crossed to let him have the right feeling and have a good race.
Do you think you're closer then to solving his issue?
I think that something this morning, it happened in a positive way, and I really guess that this will be good for the race.
And for Mark, is it just about staying focused, staying concentrating and not making any mistakes today?
Yeah, but with the long race, it seems that it could be more competitors, more opponents, because I guess that like they show Costa yesterday and Aprilia, they are really tough in the second part of the race. So we'll see, because it will be not so easy to win for Mark. Also Fermin and Alex, they've been very fast yesterday, and they will be again today.
Thanks, Davide. Looking forward to it.
I think that was Davide Tardozzi playing down Mark's chances of winning then.
He should work on TV, shouldn't he?
Creating a bit of jeopardy.
Quite good, that, wasn't it? Interesting what we were saying about Pecco, though, that Pecco looked stronger this morning. So, do you know what's really funny? Sometimes, Susie, you're a small, weight balance change for all of a sudden creating a load of feeling. There's one thing we know about Pecco Bagnaia, he's not a slow motorcycle rider, and he's not giving up, so it's funny that Davide Tardozzi also mentioned fingers crossed, so there's a lot of fingers being crossed on this grid.
Yeah, there really is. It's interesting though about Pecco, because I would completely go with you, but he did have another moment this morning, in warm-up.
Yeah, he did have a little moment, but up until that point, he looked really strong. And he was faster through the left-handers, where he's been struggling a little bit, where he's been losing to Mark about 3/10, 4/10. He was much closer.
How much of this is about the start?
I'm going to say probably about 80% of it. So, yeah, it's really important you get a good jump, and you have to be aggressive on those opening laps.
Yeah, it's some 2 laps, isn't it? And there is a lot of jeopardy built in there with the KTMs behind. What can they do with their fingers crossed? The Ducati have got their fingers crossed. We've got our fingers crossed, and the plane's about to... There it is. Okay, let's go to to Michael because he has got the latest on the tyres. It's all yours.
I've barely got my eardrums, Susie. Yeah, the tyres looks fairly clear. Everyone wants the medium front. Perhaps Pedro Acosta may go for the hard front. Because we're here 3 months earlier, Michelin have changed the range a little bit, but the hard front tyres a little bit stiffer in construction to what they had when they were here in Aragon last year. The rear, they actually brought a slightly softer compound for the soft option rear tyre, with the view that it could be a tyre to go over 23 laps per race distance. The problem is the asphalt's up to 50 degrees, 49, 50 again today. And we saw it in the race yesterday. The riders who chose the medium rear tyre, it actually performed better in these track temperatures. So it looks like everyone's going to go medium rear, pretty much medium front. You will have to manage it a little bit. I think Frankie Morbidelli, having 11 laps worth of data from yesterday, now he knows what he can do. The big benefit of the medium rear is it doesn't push the front too much, so on a low grip track it probably will give the front tyre an easier time. So overall, no big surprises today in terms of tyres, but they will play a huge part in the outcome of this race.
Thank you, Michael. Well, you're looking at turn 1 from the front row where I'm standing. It's so short and it's so quick that the riders will only be able to get to second gear before they bang on the brakes. So this start, as Neil said there, it's reactional and it is all about getting off the line first. So in terms of the front row of the grid then, we've got Frankie Morbidelli, who was fighting for the podium yesterday. Alex Marquez, who got a brilliant start yesterday and he did make the whole shot. Was that because his brother Marc Marquez got some rear wheel spin? Yeah, not quite sure about that, but that start that he did get like a scalded cat still wasn't enough to keep this man at bay. You've got to think that Ducati have dialed back now that bit of power, so the launch will be easier for him. So will he get the whole shot? Is it all about him? Well, yes, it is really. He's had 6 wins around here. Last year, it was the scene where he was able to return to winning race after 143 days. Pole position, lap record, sprint win yesterday. So only he can stop himself. But if he does make a mistake like he did in Austin and Jerez, there is a whole raft of players behind him who want a piece of the action. So the Aragon Grand Prix then. Can Marc Marquez make this a magnificent 7?
MotoGP revs back into Spain for round 8 of the 2025 World Championship. We're here in Motorland Aragon, one of the fastest circuits in Spain, and always provides an entertaining race. Let's take a look at how they line up on the grid then. It's Marc Marquez on pole position for the 71st time in MotoGP, the 99th time in his career. Alongside him is Alex Marquez and Franco Morbidelli. Then it's Pecco Bagnaia, Pedro Acosta and Brad Binder. Fermin Aldeguer, Mavi Vinales and Fabio Quartararo. Fabio Di Giannantonio, Juan Mir and Johan Zarco. Raul Fernandez, Jack Miller and Alex Rins. Miguel Oliveira, Enea Bashi and Augusto Fernandez. Lorenzo Salvadori, Marco Bezzecchi and Somkat Chatra is at the back. Ayagura was supposed to be racing, but he has ruled himself out with injury from the previous week's events. Alongside me, the commentary box, Megan Birch. Hello.
Was that from his high side?
At Silverstone, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm surprised I'm surprised. Just...
He's even attempted this weekend.
Yeah. It's a bit like how Martin did.
Yeah.
It's like, they always seem to give it a go, but no.
Well, I
Recover.
missed the end of the closest Moto2 finish in history. Of course, in the 250cc's, we've had identical times before, but in the modern Moto2 era, 3 thousandths of a second at the line. Ooh, gets better. Moto 3 race, which I was calling the end of, 50 thousandths of a second at the line. The races today have gone right down to side by side.
Well, that gives promising news.
Exactly. Alex or Mark?
Alex.
What is it? I don't know.
I think it's time to pass the baton to the other Marquez for being the king of Aaron.
Yeah, that's the situation, isn't it? Mark's won here 6 times before as well. Go on.
Also, what's going on here with Acosta? Why are you on hard front tyres? I mean, I get this track kind of does, if a firmer tyre is best, but why are you the only one?
Yeah, considering, as it says here, look, 51 degrees is the track temperature. Air temperature is at 26. And, again, Acosta, hard front, medium rear. Everyone else has gone for medium. Which
They're just copying Bezzecchi yesterday.
I thought that was going to be the situation anyway, that we're just going medium. I didn't expect that we're going to have this situation where we're now going to possibly see Acosta.
This will be interesting. What happens if it's Acosta? What happens if the hards were actually the perfect tyre? Which I doubt, but still, you never know.
He's top KTM. His teammate Brad Bender's alongside him on the front row of the grid down towards turn 1. Can you just scoot that way a little bit, the camera angle, so...
Oh, I'll be sitting down soon.
All ready to go then? We've matched again.
Oh, for the love of...
Round 8 of the MotoGP World Championship. Red flag at the front. Now watch Marc Marquez. His right height device has not been working the way it's supposed to. Alex has had the better start over the past 2. Revs are up. We're ready for a start. All 5 lights are on here in Aragon. And pull the throttle back as we go racing. Mark has a much cleaner start today. In fact, he's light years ahead. Pecco Bagnaia is going to take 3rd position. Look at Fabio Di Giannantonio on the inside. He has been beaten out by Pedro Acosta. Meantime, further back, and look at that on the inside. Even Brad Binder's having a go. And Morbidelli, and he's got through. Di Giannantonio's dropped back massively on that start. We'll
Digi
get that
and
up in a
Vinales
second.
are really going it together on it, and there was just a massive change up on my screen coming around this corner.
Aldeguer's on the
now.
inside line and 2. He's got ahead of Quartararo and he's got ahead as well of Morbidelli. Aldeguer's moved up into 6th position. Morbidelli's dropped 4 places. Bagnaia's under attack as well. Still trying to get through though, Megs.
Biggest loser on the track right now is Ralph Hernandez, who dropped 5, and oh, Oliveira
There's 2 riders. Yeah.
has just passed. Okay, that's confusing. He passed Bezzecchi, but Ralph Hernandez at the same time passed both Bezzecchi and Bastianini.
The track getting a little bit, I don't want to say weird, but it's weird how much it's actually working together. Right, there we go.
The only 2 who have not moved, well, 3 who have not moved is Chantra, Marquez and Marquez.
Yeah, everybody. So look at Fabi up 2. Quadrara's now back down to Miguel Oliveira's losing places on that lap time as well.
Just lost 2, and that was... Someone's just...
Well, Mia's
It was
moved up.
Digi moving.
Yeah, Oliveira's dropped down. Quadrara's moved up. Interesting start from the front there as well. Is the KTM Financial Crash Server Garage 43 Hours. Not just yet. They've got money to help, but it's not over just yet. We've opened up the grid position as well, so see how far people move up. Look at Pedro Acosta. Got a great run on the outside of Bagnaia, down towards turn number 1. KTM's financial difficulties are the least of their worries right now. They might be on for a podium. Hard front tyre is working, and he's through to 3rd. Oh, come on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's got a bit too deep though. Bagnaia's going to swing it back.
Also, Oliveira just lost 3 places.
Oh dear, as Aldeguer under pressure for Morbidelli as well, coming over for 6th position.
Let's see about the sector times. And okay, Bagnaia is a little bit quicker than Acosta. He's actually, I think, the quickest on track currently.
Well, as things stand, I'm not really surprised about that, to be fair.
Yeah, he has something to beat.
What's going on with our timing tower?
I do not know.
You know what, trying to get it fixed.
Lap 2 of 23 right now. Currently looking at the front of the pack. And we can just see Morbidelli just slightly at the back of that little section of the pack. Then Aldeguer leading the 2nd pack. Followed closely behind by Di Giannantonio, who is only 4 tenths behind.
Look at Acosta, he's doing on the inside line, he's through. I saw him flash up on the timing monitor.
So did I just say.
Is Bagnaia going to try the outside line down into turn 12? No. Yes,
Can't do
Pietro.
He closed the door on him. Also, someone moved further
Yeah,
down.
but what's the gap between Acosta and Alex? 6/10 of a second, actually. So he hasn't lost as much time as I thought he would do battling with Bagnaia. Acosta might actually be in a position to win this race, you know. He can go a lot longer and a lot harder on the brakes, but... yeah, that Ducati grunt, though, down to the braking zone. Bagnaia's back on the inside line. We're squiggling out. Bagnaia's got him back for third.
It's not as quick around the corners.
Yeah,
well,
on the
no,
straights. It's quicker
on
in the
straights.
corners. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's quicker in the corners, that KTM with that front, not on the straights. Rear tyre already for Bagnaia is getting a little bit grained already. It's only lap 3 of the race, though, as we're seeing Morbidelli now with the fast lap of the race, a 1:47.807. So he's now coming back into the swing of things. It looks like MotoGP is turning into Moto3. They're all staying together. I was surprised. I thought Mark might go. He's trying, but Alex staying with him, and this battle behind, which I thought would give the breaking point.
I wonder whether he can.
I don't think he can yet. I don't know if Mark's trying to save his tyres, but usually at this stage, they're both up the road. They're not.
He's fastest Sector 1, obviously not the fastest in Sector 1, that's actually Acosta, who is literally 2 tenths away from going into the 30s. Like, literally 30. That close.
No, I'm keeping my eyes peeled on this one.
But Bezzecchi further back is currently battling Bastianini, and Bezzecchi's moved up 3 places so far, so he's making a good amount of progress like he did yesterday's sprint.
Shaq, I'm asking if Mark is saving tyres. I think so. What's the pace here? 1:47.998, where we've got Alex doing 1:47.907, 1:48.223. Yeah, Mark is saving tyres. Big time. He's lifting and saving. Mark's saving mode.
Miller gets passed by Mir.
You see the last lap times on your monitors then up here in the commentary box, and you can see what we mean by saving tyres. The lap time deltas are slower than the other.
They tend to do that, I've noticed, by going quick and then going slow, then going quick again in the different sectors, because they can afford to do that as long as they make up for time in the others.
Yeah, it's time and time again we see this little battle, this I don't want to say pattern, but it is what it is, isn't it? The pattern keeps on shifting, it keeps on moulding to what we expect it to see.
I just realised, I don't think I ever told Mum about the hole in the shirt from when I caught it on the bike.
Last time you were in the commentary box a week ago. No. Whoa, there we go. Up into third goes Acosta. He's gone too deep. Bagnaia's come back. And look at the battle between Morbidelli and Binder. So that's over 5th position. And yeah, Morbidelli's gone ahead. Acosta can't get through on Bagnaia.
You know how I know?
It's still there.
Yeah. We're in the same thing as last week.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that, but I thought you were. So, oh, hang on a minute. Binder's just gone right round the outside of Morbidelli.
Someone just had to take off a visor strip.
I think that was Morbidelli, actually, because that might explain why he lost out so much time to Binder. Binder was able to sail around the outside, coming out of 5, round 6.
Isn't it a very fly circuit as well?
A lot of flies here in Anthems. Yeah, a lot of flies. Yeah, look, you're right. Morbidelli went wide and picked up the visor strip at the same time.
Yeah, just like... He must have had his visor full of flies or something.
And it's like, nope, gone, bye.
Just like, I don't care if I'm going to lose some time.
Do you remember Thailand, how many flies we had there in that race? My goodness me. Yeah.
Didn't someone run out?
Yeah, Mark was having to wipe it with his arm, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was the first one to meet it. He ran out of visor strips in that Grand Prix.
Oh, Mark's not saving tyres anymore.
1:47.788 that last time man. Now going red sector times across all of the boards. Yep.
Welcome to the 30s.
He's on it. He is on it.
It's surprising that no one's crashed.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Especially, I think, Acosta with that hard front tyre. I can't believe he's making that work in these conditions.
I mean, look at him there.
Track temperature's at 51 degrees. Let's not mistake this. This is quite
it's surprising. There.
He's going for it against turn 1, is he?
He keeps thinking about going round
Oh! He outrated
go
himself
wide
there. And yeah, I thought he was going to run into the back of Bagnaia.
Rins just lost time.
Rins down 2 places.
Yeah. That happened very quickly. He must have gone wide as well. Must have visor strip.
The only good thing that I can say about this for Acosta right now is that he's going to have a front tyre that he can rely on throughout the entirety of the Grand Prix. He doesn't need to save for front braking. And it's a very heavy front brake circuit with, I'm counting 6 already heavy front end braking opportunities.
So further down the line in the race,
he's going to become a key factor again,
yeah, so he's probably just he's playing the field right now to see the defences.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bezzecchi is now at 4 places.
I just realised the lunch break's on for the touring cars, so I was just checking, but they're doing the pit walk, and then of course they can't play music at Brookston, so it works to our advantage. Because otherwise, the touring cars would have been listening to our commentary of this race. Bezzecchi gets ahead of Bastianini.
Make that 5.
I'm disappointed about Marco Bezzecchi. He's up 5 places now, but at this point yesterday, he was already battling for the podiums. He shot up the order on that Aprilia.
True, but maybe it's just maybe it's taking a bit more time given that it's a longer race. Rins has just lost time again. Best keep an eye on him.
There was something there that came through from Simon. I couldn't quite tell. There was something opposite the Marc Marquez garage that isn't doing well. Mark's struggling out there, actually.
That's not good.
No, he's got still 0.3 of a second at the moment.
He definitely came out with new tyres, not used ones, right?
New. Everyone's on new. No one's on any old tyres.
Because I don't want them to accidentally have put old ones on.
Was that a little bit of a wide moment there from Jack Miller?
Has that ever happened?
Old tyres. Yeah, we've had people start the race on old tyres before.
Yeah, but accidentally.
No, we've had riders start on wets when they wanted slicks. Oh, Miller's been passed. I thought it was going to happen by Maverick Vinales for 11th position. Maverick, who I think he's either a Top Gun Maverick to go back to Yamaha, which I don't think would ever happen because they had a very messy divorce.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think Yamaha have come off worse than the divorce.
I'd agree. I'd say that Maverick could be looking to go back to Aprilia. If Jorge leaves,
he could make it better.
Yeah, because I don't think Maverick reminds me a lot of Fernando Alonso. He moves the teams at the wrong times.
Yeah.
He's gone to KTM and it hasn't worked out with the financial difficulties, the bike not getting many upgrades. Even if it's on a factory bike, it doesn't make sense.
It's like that movie where the guy, all his ex-girlfriends after dating him get married.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
The movie of Joshua Birch's Love Life?
Very funny. Oh no. I think he upset a witch and she voodooed him.
Which did I Back to the action, shall we? That's 6 of 20, or lack of. That's 6 of 23. Marc Marquez leads with Alex in second. Yeah, I think Maverick would go back to Aprilia.
Yeah.
I've got that feeling that he would go back to Aprilia. With Martin leaving, anyway. Or leaving.
Do you know what's the best team to move to?
Ducati?
The R46.
Yeah, I agree there. They're getting the factory bikes.
They feel like a family team as well. It feels like they're supportive. I feel like they have a therapist somewhere.
It's Valentino Rossi. Well, if they've got a therapist...
He is the therapist.
No. Can they give it to Valet, please? Valet got so paranoid 10 years ago in that battle with... that was 10 years ago, and we still talk about it to this day. The kicking of Marc Marquez at Malaysia was 10 years ago.
Out of the way.
Valet got so paranoid that year. Wow, it was unbelievable.
Well, I think the therapy now is just... He needs therapy for, like, his children. Just like, no, don't go there.
Valet's racing at Le Mans next weekend. In fact, Valet's out on the track right now in Le Mans doing the test day.
Oh.
So this isn't... Usually the test day is like a month before, but they couldn't close the roads in time. So we've got literally... Today is the Le Mans test day, and then practice starts on Wednesday. And it's live on JBMotorsports, the whole lot.
Woohoo.
24 hours non-stop.
We should... Ooh, I could make you brownies.
They'll be gone inside an hour.
I'll give you one every hour. Because, remember, I can cut it into 24s.
Yeah, that's true. A treat every hour. That sounds quite fun, actually.
Yeah, and I can, like, number them in white chocolate. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's about you. Okay, there we go.
Nah, I'm doing that.
Shako says, Tadotsi say they tried something new this morning. It seems to be working. Or Davide, if it's working for Bagnaia as well, it is. Mark loving the conditions already. It's still a 147.275. Another fast step of the race for Marc Marquez. He's pulled out 0.8 of a second to Alex right now. But the King of Aragon is won here 6 times before. At circuits where he has been dominant, he's crashed this year.
So he's going to crash soon.
Yeah.
Let's see if there are any weaknesses. I mean, turn 1's obviously a weakness, so he suffers from.
Crashed at Coda. I'm waiting for the Saxon ring, actually. Is that the weekend of the British Grand Prix? I think it is.
I don't know. Possibly.
Yeah.
I remember what I was going to say earlier, but I forgot it then, but now I know. Did you see Acosta start?
I didn't. Have we had a replay of the start yet?
No.
No, I thought not. That's unusual.
Acosta didn't get a great start, but he got a better start than others. He had to take a second to kind of like
Lift
with
up,
his
yeah.
especially with the front wheel.
The front, that hard front is slipping.
Yeah.
I was watching Mark start because of that ride height issue he keeps having, and then my eyes thought, okay, flick to Alex, and then Mark just shot off into the distance. That, as you say, as Jack Club says, 6 victories in Sachsenring, also for Mark. 6 wins here, 6 wins in Sachsenring. God knows how many wins in Kota. I think it's 7 or 8, something like that. I think it is actually 666.
Oh.
Yeah, no wonder he keeps failing at them.
Yeah. Stuck in it forever.
This is more of a circuit for Mark he enjoys. In Aragon he clicks with as a Spanish circuit.
See.
I'd love for Formula 1 to come here for an event weekend. It is such a good event. Alex Wins is struggling, says Tal. Sachsenring is 11 victories or something insane tally. Yeah, 11 victories in total for Sachsenring across all categories, I believe. But there was a year where Mark just was undefeated. Every year we go there, it's like, Mark will win, Mark will win.
It's like, I'll give you 3 guesses.
One thing I always found quite hilarious is that he could never quite do it at the Red Bull Ring, because we went through a couple of years, didn't we? Where was it like 4 years running? It was Dovizioso and Lorenzo just got him at the line. Like, we'll have this amazing last lap then. Bye.
I feel like they made a bet to see who could beat him first.
I'm surprised Lorenzo did it on a Ducati. To be fair, that was very rarely a good bike for him.
Determination.
But Mugello, Red Bull Ring seemed to work, and I was worried about Mark coming into the factory Ducati this year. I think it helped. He had a year on the 23 bike last year, and then stepping to the 24 to the 25, it hasn't been that much of an evolution. So he's just clicked with it immediately, because Ducati's was a hard bike to ride for years, and now it seems like a pussycat.
Yeah.
But nobody else can ride it but Mark Marquez.
Alex's apprentice. It's like the Sith.
Yeah. What was he won? A sprint and a Grand Prix this year. Bagnaia has won a Grand Prix. But we've had 5 different winners. Zarco, Mark Marquez, Bagnaia, Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez. They're our race winners this year.
Zarco's crashed.
Oh, that's a curse for the commentator. Yellow flag's out in the 3rd sector. I wonder if that's down on the inside at turn 12.
It's
just behind there.
It's about there that he's crashed.
Yeah, it's just before. I reckon he's gone down at turn 12. I reckon the front's buckled on entry. That's just speculation.
Turn 12!
It's turn 12, yeah. For it to go down that much, it indicates that something's buckled on entry.
Let's have a replay.
Or, there's 2 possibilities. One, the front's buckled on entry into turn 12 on the left-hand side, or he's running into the gravel.
Yeah.
We'll have a replay shortly, but the yellow flag's out.
I do think Aragon's too long, though.
It is.
It's too long by 3 laps.
Yeah, it's a long race. It's the same distance as Silverstone. So if Silverstone's only 20, why are we doing 23?
Yeah.
For MotoGP. There he is. Zarco's up and walking away. He's slid at the back, so that indicates he's
dropped it.
Yeah.
Either that or he didn't let go and just decided to starfish his way across.
I reckon that's a possibility. Starfish? Yeah, that's a new one on me. I was wondering what you were doing there.
Yeah.
It's the starfish approach.
I give up approach.
Mark's leading this race on lap 10 with 14 laps to go. You're right, it is a long Grand Prix, this, isn't it? We're 20 minutes in already, and right now we'll be going, I don't know about it. It's going to be 46 minutes.
It's usually lap 13 by now.
Yeah. It's a long circuit. Then again, Formula 1 have tested here before, I think 2009. Either 8 or 9, it was the hybrid we ran here. I miss it so much. Just bring F1 here. Don't go to Madrid. Either stay at Barcelona or bring it here for an event. This
Why do they want to go to Madrid?
Don't know. You wait until you see the 456 chicane for it. Literally, it's the tightest chicane known to man, and if you cut it, you block the track.
Oh, I so want someone to
We're going to have multiple red flags next year in that corner. I can tell you now. What?
What month will it be?
Either June or I think it's July actually. It's a bit later on in the season.
Okie dokie.
I'll have a look.
We still have not had a replay of Zarco's crash.
We haven't had a replay at the start. I reckon it's on with the replay.
Why can't we have replays? That's why it feels so long, because we haven't had any replays.
Let's have a look. Madrid.
Like, I'd even take a replay of just a bike going really slowly.
22 laps. Sorry, 22 turns. It'll be a 57-lap Grand Prix and July.
Okay.
Summer Grand Prix for Spain. Oh, that'd be toasty in Madrid. MotoGP broadcasting is horrendous. Yeah, we've had no replays so far. And we've had Mark's box open for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know why we need to see him.
Anyway, it's Mark Marquez and the circuit he does well out. If he drops it, we need to know.
I feel like whoever's in control of the cameras has separation anxiety from his view.
Just stick the onboard on in the top corner. No one will know it's there.
Just like, I need to see Mark.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Right now, Mark is on 233 points in the championship. He will lead it by 32 to Alex Marquez, who'll breach it on 201 laps. So, we are approaching half distance. It'll be lap 12 and 23, 12 down, 12 to go, because you count the lap we're on. Marc Marquez leads, and so much for Pedro Costa on that hard tyre.
Seems to have backed away.
Both KTMs on the factory bike just sort of staying 4th and 5th. In the highest we've seen them all season long, just struggling for traction.
I wonder if the riders are feeling like this is a long race.
It does seem like it. It really does.
We needed more action-packed.
Just like to point out,
crash.
If things were supposed to be me and you, I would have been in the Throxton commentary box. You would have been in this commentary box broadcasting it again.
No.
Dealing with the lag issues and going, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Binder's out! He's dropped it just in front of us!
Ah, here we go! I cursed him.
Brad Binder, the South African, crashes out!
There goes a KTM.
When they needed it most, when they needed the points, Binder has binned it.
I did say I wanted to crash. And since we don't have replays, it's being on screen.
Yeah. Just drop the front. So simple.
Oh my.
And it's turn 3 again. The right-hander. I'm glad we saw that, actually.
Another.
Well, I'm glad we saw it, because otherwise we wouldn't have had a replay. If a replay comes now, I'll be angry. Although, did we have a replay?
5 seconds time.
Yeah. Look at that, new record. Luca Marini had a 1:47.795 set in 2022. Mark's blown it away. You ready for this? 1:46.879. 9/10 of a second faster than that time set in 2022.
I really hope it doesn't get deleted.
Shouldn't do. Oh, I thought Mark had gone down there for a second. The camera broke.
Oh,
I thought is Mark upside down or something? But no, he's fine. We're riding with him now. Mr. Consistent. Actually, 150, 147. That's the first lap on lap 11. He's broken into the 146s. So this is Mark's go time. He's pulled out 2 seconds to Alex already.
It'd be hilarious if he did crash right after that one.
It would be, yeah.
So it's like I only came here to set the record.
So there we go. It's go time. Mark has taken off at half distance in this race. And now, let battle commence. Aldeguer's having a go on Morbidelli. He can't find a way through on the inside either. Well,
someone dropped it!
It's Quartararo!
Oh, we're not even going to get a replay of it.
Second retirement in a row. Down at turn 1, the front must have buckled. Oh, your heart breaks.
They're starting to drop like flies.
The tyres starting to give up. Fabi, you can't cross the track. Fabi, you can't cross the track. Let's have a look.
Replay, seriously, this we got a replay for.
He dropped the front on entry and just sort of belly flopped onto the track. Yeah.
This we get a replay for, but the others no.
I'm glad that the marshal stopped him there, because you're not allowed to cross the circuit.
Yeah.
If he did that, he would have got a race ban for the next event.
Especially since Salvadori probably would have
he was coming through, yeah. So, out goes Binder, out goes Quartararo, Zarco was out too. We still haven't seen a replay for that. Yellow flag start in sector 1 though.
And we know that replay button works. So we just add one.
That is true. So we've got our replays back.
We want a start, we want a Zarco, and we want a Binder. Well, we don't really need the Binder one, but it's nice.
I'd like it from the helicopter angle that we clearly had.
Yeah.
Yellow flags have been brought in.
Who's in control of this?
Dornan.
Get better cameras.
He has just the worst look besides one Mir. Mir's crashed a lot this weekend. Like, a lot. I'm surprised Mir hasn't crashed now. We're watching it now on the monitors.
I think Jack Miller might have put his curse onto him. Because Miller hasn't crashed at all.
No. Miller's had an okay weekend, actually, so far.
Yeah. Back to play.
Actually, oh. Now, if I was Mir, there's been a running gag saying how many. Sorry, I was just checking the.
They were laughing, so that scared the hell out of me.
Just checking the commentary from the other side. With me, 11 times Mir has crashed this season. 12 now actually. He crashed this morning.
What round is it?
8.
When you crash more than you actually have rounds, it's a concern.
Yeah, but it's race 14 of the season. Because it's sprint races. But yeah, one Mir on that Honda.
Honda.
He's a world champion, let's not forget. From our COVID year, 2020. As we continue to race on here on lap 14 of 23. Ooh. Mark leading, and we've got his box again. Well, the helicopter's not going to be following any other battle.
Maybe that's why we haven't got replays.
I think the Spanish director is a bit obsessed with the Spanish rider.
Biased.
And Dorna is a Spanish company, by the way, and the TV director is actually Spanish. Mir's on the inside, and he gets ahead of Di Antonio down at turns 13 and 14.
The door?
Yes. No. Yes.
This next corner I won't be able to.
No, because Di Antonio's going to have that grunt of the Ducati to try and pull around the outside. Vinales going to have to tow, reel him in, 3 wide. Vinales backs out a bit, Digi goes through. So Digi back, you're right, could not close the door.
I like to call it the secondary close. Because you've always got to worry about the second corner.
We've had that several times before, haven't we? Oh, that's Mir under pressure. Oh, I thought he was going to get wiped out by Vinales. And Vinales did not look like he could stop into that first corner. Megan getting a bit more ruthless.
You can get past him.
2 weeks' time, it's the MotoGP Grand Prix at Mugello, and I'm not here.
Do not remind me. Also, book that.
Mir's on the inside line, and he's through on Digi. Yes, and Vinales is going to go for him as well.
You can do it.
Down into turn number 8 and 9, and he's through.
Oh, Digi gets cut back.
That's an outside manoeuvre, and he's got the traction. Fabulous move from Digi. That was spectacular around the outside.
Who else can go off?
Well, hopefully in 2 weeks' time I'll have a commentary box as well.
Hopefully.
If not, ITV have kindly said I can borrow their shed. That'll be fun. Yeah, can I borrow your shed for 40 minutes? Yeah, cheers. It is Mugello. Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah, so I won't be here on the Saturday.
It's mine for shovel.
Yeah. You'll be taking the MotoGP 3.
Do not remind me of these things, please. You know it stresses me out in advance and then makes
Le Mans next weekend.
No.
And Canada.
Stop stressing me out.
Wait until Megan sees the...
Okay, I will leave.
That's 16 and 23, 8 to go. We're 2/3. By the way, if the red flag comes out now, race is over.
Someone crash and make the red flag come out. Breaking air fence.
That would trigger the red flag procedure.
Do we have any air fences here?
Yeah, come on.
Break one.
Up the inside, Bastianini makes the move on Jack Attack Miller.
Who's used to breaking air fences? Rins.
Alex.
Rins.
Rins has done a couple. Rins tends to break his legs a lot more as well.
Apparently if your name's Alex, you break fences.
Who is openly pinning for someone to crash? Magnara's first podium since Jerez. Has it really been that long? It's been, yeah.
I just like chaos.
That was the day that Mark went white. Alex won. I was so loud at the commentary box. I came out of the commentary box and one of the fellow journalists said, "Did you enjoy that?" I said, yeah, it was a great MotoGP. And just Richard John Neal sat there on his phone outside the box.
Laughing.
Giggling. He was off to Formula 4.
Someone else crashed.
He's a very trusting man, is Richard John Neal. He left his iPad on when I was doing the commentary on the MotoGP sprint race.
He has faith in the world.
Just left his iPad open on the desk. I switched it off for him when I left the commentary.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, don't want to waste your battery. You've got to do you've got to do the F4 race soon. It was quite weird because
Probably rushed down.
we were next to ITV's commentary box. Don't know what the boxes are like at Alton Park. We might be a bit more mobile, but I believe there is a couple there. Lap 17 of 23.
Oh! Was that a crash? No, it's just an overtake by Rins.
Passing
me.
Miller.
Yeah.
So it's status quo for the top two. Miller's in 14th though, so the only three drivers to stay exactly where they are. Oh, four actually. Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez, Jack Miller, and Miguel Oliveira. They've stayed still. And now Maverick Vinales, who repasses Fabio Di Race.
Woohoo! How long can that last, though?
Not long, I don't think.
30 seconds at most.
I'm keeping my eye on Acosta, who's 2 seconds back now, but he's starting to close that gap on Bagnaia. I think that hard front was a good gamble, but I don't think it's paid off the way he was thinking. He was expecting more pace early on in the race, and it just hasn't happened. He's playing for time, and it's running out. Bad weekend for Zarco, says Sacklin. Yeah, very bad weekend for Johan. From the highs of the French Grand Prix a couple of weeks ago to the lows of Aragon.
Of being hit in the face with flies and playing with gravel.
I'm quite sad I'm going to miss Michelle not being in the commentary box. It's one of my favourite races of the year. Something always goes mental there. I have to go to Alton Park.
I know!
A, it's Steve's last race. B, it's the halfway stage of the touring car season. C, got to do a couple, haven't I? I can't wait. Buzzing to be trackside.
Please book it tonight.
Well, everything's already. Everything's basically already sorted. What I was waiting for was the media stuff. Myself, Tom Cans, and L.A. Wilshaw will be joining us in the booth. Yeah, nice to have L.A. from Road to F1, an F1 accredited journalist as well. Don't forget. I think she's doing the Spa weekend as well, and she's going to send us some stuff from Spa.
Ah.
If she can get there. If not, she's joining me in London. Yeah, let's not forget that mess as well.
Do not remind me.
In July.
What day in July?
Second to last weekend in July?
Good, because check what day the 9th is.
Definitely not then.
Yeah, because I can't be anywhere on the 9th.
We know.
Or around about that.
This race is exciting. As Altair is trying to have a go here on Franco Morbidelli.
Can someone crash again, please?
I agree with what you're saying there, Megan. The fact is that the track's a bit too long. There's too many opportunities on one lap to overtake the thing. You have to wait another lap to get it. Altair's trying to go around the inside line down to turn 12, but Morbidelli's got it covered pitch perfect. You're not going to get traction through there. Oh, switchback. Go on, Altair! Yes! He's got it! Excellent 13!
He always does really tight switchbacks as well.
But is Morbidelli going to do the switchback into 15? Yes, he is. Altair's going to
do the same.
Around the outside! Go on, keep your foot in it! Side by side, they're touching! Handle to handle! Down into the breakers over 16 and 17! Morbidelli's on the inside line! Altair lifts off, tries to get the undercut! Can't get it, but how spectacular!
He is always making everyone hold their breaths.
He was third yesterday in the sprint. He's moving up for P5. His partner watching on, just having a heart palpitation. I think we are.
She's going to think he wants to give her a heart attack.
Oh my goodness me. Inside of turn 2. Into 3. There's that line that we keep talking about. I reckon Binder went wide and got on that line I was talking about yesterday. Do you remember in the qualifying session?
Well, we still don't know because they still haven't shown any replays. Isn't it against the rules that they're not allowed to show a replay at the start? Like, they
won't broadcast, look at what they're like.
It should.
Usually it's lap 3 they have to show it by, so they must have missed it and let it go. Aldeguer's lifted off now. He's just going to save his tyres a bit more before going into a punch zone. Stunning racing. Stunning.
I still want to know what happened with Zarco.
And we all want to know what happened with Zarco. Morbidelli closing in. 5 to go then here. Lap 19 of 23.
I think because this circuit is like a minute 46 to get around, they shouldn't put it as 23 laps, because think about it, they never usually put the longer circuits with more laps.
It's usually about 20.
Yeah. But for some reason here, they've just decided, oh, let's just put 23. A random number, by the way.
Hello, is that That's Bezecchi. He's got through on Digi. He's throwing up the inside. I can't tell where on the track he is. I think he's coming down the back stretch. Yes, he is. So he's going to defend that inside line. Yeah, Bezecchi has moved up to 9. That's more like it for the Aprilia.
Yeah. It is definitely more like it. And I don't know what you're trying to say. Right, hold on.
I was blowing my nose. That's all I was trying to say. Gap closing between Bagnaia and Alex.
Bezecchi really has moved up quite a lot. I mean, hopefully he can get better than the 8th, so he still has about 2 positions more left to go. But he's moved up 11 places. I mean, almost everyone is on the same tyres as him, but for some reason they seem to fit with him best.
Cautiously.
Wildly.
Accelerate. There we go now. Glad you picked up that. Right, this is it again from the off-board angle. Oh, stunning switchback from Bezecchi. That would have caught Digi by surprise. Caught me by surprise.
Something tells me that Aldeguer's been having lessons.
There would have been a swear word underneath the volume there from Digi.
Yeah.
Something beginning with an F, I would imagine.
And then a sake.
Yeah. Or an M, that could be another thing as well.
Right, so... Oh, movement!
Vinales is crashed! There he is, his big one there! Oh!
He is on the track. Please leave the track. Please
He's
leave.
not on the track. I think that is down at the turn 12 to 13.
Is it another way off?
Yeah, he's in the runoff area.
So it's a different form of track.
I reckon that bike has whacked into... Oh, yeah, he's dropped on entry down to turn 12 chicane. He's gone. But has that bike hit the tyre wall?
He had a lot of momentum.
And damaged the tyre wall?
I think it did.
Drone camera, turns on entry, front end dips away from him. No, good.
It's just avoided it. He was just going to go down a very big slide.
Also, it's the ulterior angle. You don't realise how long the gap is actually between turn 12 and 15 on the normal layout. Literally, you can go flat out all the way from exit at turn 10 all the way down to turn 16 and 17. But we had the chicane in for MotoGP. But in reality, you can go flat out down there. The engine will be cooked, but that's why. It's very rare we have that.
This looks like a bottle opener.
I always imagine it looks like a bread knife with a weird handle.
Yeah. Weirdly, I think it would be a very good handle.
Yeah, or a trowel. That's it. It looks like a trowel to me. Just for people who want to know what the layout looks like. This is what, This is what Dorna gives us as our stat sheet, and there's our little track map that I doodle with.
Or...
So there's our stats that we have.
Borg, if you do that.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, but that's one of the stat sheets they give us, so it gives us Moto2, MotoGP, Moto3 information of winners, race distances and stats. That's what we call up in
Vinales has rejoined the race.
Oh, great. Then we also got these. These are the race stats. Is it going to focus? Oh, well, there you go. It gives us race stats on each rider. That's racing. So we're not completely useless up in the publish box. We do have notes.
Just when we don't get enough replays, yeah.
We have to use them more. Like Marc Marquez, he's going to be on for win number 66 in his MotoGP career, and he's 92nd overall.
At least his wins go from 666 to 667 in those 3 circuits.
And it's 66.
He's ordering the clones.
I reckon his clone of Alex is in second position right now, holding off Pecco Bagnaia. Why is it always these 3? It's been a while since it's been these 3, but why is it always these 3 when it is these 3? You know what I mean?
Harry won in the mining.
It's the same order as well. I would not be surprised if the last race of the season in Valencia is Mark Alex Magnaia. If Mark hasn't wrapped up the title. Mark's going to wrap up the title.
Let it be.
I think we've all accepted Mark's world champion this year.
Yeah.
We're just looking for the cracking racing.
We're just looking for who's third.
Just
Well, we
checking.
know who's second already. But we just want to know who's third position.
I think this championship's been locked in since round 1, to be fair.
Yeah.
It would take something bizarre happening to change it.
It'd be hilarious if at round 1 they all finished in the same positions as their championship. I desperately want that to happen.
No, look, JK says, while Aragon is a long circuit, it's still nowhere close to Kota, Silverstone and Sepang. They're the other long circuits on the calendar. I wish F1 raced here. I really do. It's such a beautiful place. As Aldeguer is going for the move of Morbidelli on the inside line to turn 12, he gives him absolutely no room this time to even think about a switch back, and Aldeguer goes through.
Really worries me that one day Aldeguer's going to kick someone.
Franco's coming back at him. No. Well done, Furman. The Marquez Grand Prix 1 to Fabio. Oh, he's trying. He's trying. He's got the exit speed. Morbidelli. Oh, he kicked him. Wow! Was that accidental? I hope it was.
Hey, look, he elbowed him in the shoulder. He's actually moved that shoulder downwards.
Morbidelli, let's have a replay. So Morbidelli cuts on the inside, touches Aldeguer, and as they come up, they run into each other again. And Aldeguer elbows the side of Di Giannantonio. In reaction, Di Giannantonio kicks him.
Yeah.
Elbows and kicking, it's dodgems.
Did I just predict that they'd kick each other?
You did, yeah. That's what's happened. So this is getting tense between these two. Marc Marquez there is on his last tour of Aragon.
This is what happens when Aldeguer doesn't know what personal space is in overtaking.
Well, we might get out. We haven't had a fight in NASCAR yet this year. We might get a fight in MotoGP first off. Look, we've had to open up that battle because that's what everyone wants to see as well.
The fact that this wouldn't even be the first fist fight in MotoGP during a race.
Oh no, Aldeguer's gone too wide. He nearly dropped it. Coming out of turn 6.
Can you blame him?
That's that battle done then. There'll be a war of words afterwards. He hasn't won in 3 events, but Marc Marquez is on course to win again in MotoGP and do the double here in Aragon. The king very much in his counting house. Points upon points upon points. He is unstoppable.
This one wasn't even close.
As soon as he decided to go at half distance, it was over. It looked close to begin with, though.
Bezecchi's going to finish in the exact same position he did in the sprint yesterday.
8 and 8 from both moving up 12 places. 66 on the board for 93. Marc Marquez, once again, is the king of Aragon, and he wins in his home country for the first time this year.
Interesting that he was going to do both hands, but when he took one hand off, he had to steady himself.
Yeah, he nearly fell over, didn't he?
Yeah, he was
Can
just
I
like,
have one of those, please?
yes.
There's a red flag there.
So he had to hold on to the back, just like, do you know what? I'm just going to do a one-hander. I don't feel like crashing out again.
Yeah, crashed after the finish. That's stylish. Alex is second. Magnaia finishes third. Acosta, a superb fourth. The two celebrate together. Morbidelli 5th, Aldeguer 6th, Mia 7th, an impressive 8th for Bezecchi, up 12 places again, as you said, back in the same place as the sprint yesterday. Di Giannantonio is 9th, and Ralph Fernandez 10th. First rider to lead all sessions of a Grand Prix weekend since Marc Marquez, the 2015 German Grand Prix.
Since himself 10 years ago.
It is, for the first time in 10 years, a Grand Slam. Marc Marquez has just done a Grand Slam. FP1, practice, FP2, qualifying, Tissot sprint, warm-up, race, fastest lap, lead every lap. Apologies for that. For the first time ever, the streaming PC crashed on us. Hopefully we're back now. Hello, everyone.
I have never seen that before.
I've never seen it before either.
Check your phone. See if...
Well, this will tell us in a second. Apologies if everybody's here. Can you all see me? Hello? Yes, all good? Yes, we're back. Hello.
Okay, good.
Thanks to the live view of the race. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm glad that happened after the checkered flag.
Yeah.
That's never happened before. Literally, the two monitors here in the commentary box just went black.
Yeah.
I've never known that happen before.
I don't know what went on there because neither of us were even touching it.
No, it just went black. All that came up was something like your maximum break point has flashed up. So maybe there was a problem with OBS or something.
Maybe you need to clear the storage.
I have just noticed it says 1.3 gigabytes left on the computer, so I reckon that's an issue as well.
Maybe we should get off it.
We're fine for the end. We're back online. Hello, everybody. Right. Well, Marc Marquez is on the back of a push bike and he's going to the Marc Marquez stand, Megan, to celebrate.
Oh.
What did you make of that race then, as all hell breaks loose in the commentary box?
I think I'd rather help break loose on a track, not in here. But I thought it was a very good race. It needed more replays.
Yeah.
Let's face it. But I thought it was a good race.
Alex is going with it. The brothers of Mark and Alex together. Oh, isn't that such a special sight?
What are they doing?
They're doing a jolly jig.
You can tell they're brothers.
Rhyming up the screen. Well, there's just so much love between these two. It's the first time we've ever seen brothers battling for a world championship, and it's going to be so, so special. Christmas dinner might be a little bit interesting this year.
One of them's going to be like, pass the
They're
salt.
DJing!
Oh my god.
The Marquez stand has got their own DJ.
That's not...
I presume you want to see this bit then. And then
Yeah.
disappear. And they've already got little
It's a good
champagne
song.
bottles.
It's a good song. So, I've got to say, I think at Christmas dinner it would be like, pass the salt. And then it'll just be like,
I'd scrape their
why?
lid ever so slightly.
Just like, why? You're the one who won the championship. I know. And this is just something else you're giving me.
Don't be salty. 112,000 people. And I still don't have one of those red flags. That's so annoying.
If we just got you that for Christmas, you'd be happy.
Oh, Mark's talking.
What's going to happen here? Oh, he's got the microphone.
Mark's been singing. Mark has had the microphone and they've done the karaoke.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Alex is there too with the blue squad. They're not going to go back to their motorcycles and restart them.
I love how just a family name has one like little stadium bit. Then again,
Podcast time for Luca for one year. Best result since the 2023 Indian Grand Prix. Wow, that's been a long time. 7th place. We only raced in India once.
was it good?
You were there.
Was that?
I can't remember now.
2023. Was it early in the year?
It was an early morning.
Was it early in the year though?
No, late in the year. We had a red flag.
I might have been really tired because of I would have
was
just
a
had
long
uni.
time ago.
Yeah, I have no clue whether I was there or not. Vaguely.
I know I was there.
Yeah, you could not be.
It's very rare I don't do a MotoGP Grand Prix.
Right, I shall leave you.
In fact,
Do you want me to leave you?
We can, yeah. Can they restart the bikes though?
Well, Mark has.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's good. Right. Well, there you go. See you.
Oh!
There you go. Hands up.
He's got his groove back. Put your hands on. There. Yeah. There you go. You don't want to go over a curb without having your hands on the bike.
Right. We'll see you in Magellan.
Bye bye.
Right. Let's head down to TNT.
Well, the only thing that's good enough for Pecco Bagnaia is winning, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. And Marquez was given the ride of the race. All right. Does that complete the set?
No, he didn't get the fastest lap in the sprint race.
Pedant alongside me.
Right, I'm gonna dare Nats News, Natalie Quo, to say you must be disappointed. Almost the perfect weekend. Natalie, if you're listening, please ask him that question in the TV set. It's been a disaster, really.
A lower crowd this year, actually. 112,000 for the weekend, but on Sunday it was more spread out over the weekend. 50,000 on race day. I think we had 60 or 70,000 last year.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is I think because we had record crowds at Jerez, I think that seems to be the Spanish event that people want to go to.
It is,
and this is normally later on in the year, so it's closer to Jerez. I think that's probably why the numbers are a bit down.
Yeah, probably less lead-up time as well. Normally in August, end of August, beginning of September, isn't it? There we are, stamping on the rear brake as he came back into Parc Fermé.
Comes a run.
His 99th pole position in Grand Prix racing came yesterday. That is his 92nd win. His 66th in MotoGP.
I don't know. I think there could be some more in the locker as well.
We're only at round 8 of 22, still 14 more rounds to go. Next up, of course, we're in Mugello. It is the one he'll be wanting to win for Ducati.
Do you know what, though, in all this, in everything we've said, he's only 32 points in the lead. It's not done. We're not going, well, already it's completely done. One bad weekend, bear in mind there's 37 points up for grabs per weekend.
Yeah.
Can change it.
That means now, just having a look, in terms of his victories for Marc Marquez, closing in on Valentino Rossi. It was 89, wasn't it? In Premier class.
Was it?
Yeah. Agostini 68, so he's 66 now in MotoGP.
Okay. And I'm assuming that goes second.
Yeah.
In the Premier class victories.
Yeah, behind Valentino Rossi, of course.
The argument could be there's a lot more races this time.
Absolutely, that's always the argument. Yeah.
Which is...
But then the other argument is, and I know with people saying it, yeah, but Agostini will win by a lap, and I mean he was on the only factory bike at times. You know, there's swings and roundabouts. They are the best of their eras. I think that's all you can say in those arguments. Marco Rigamonti down there. Let's hear from Pecco Bagnaia. Let's see what he has to say. After third place today.
Pecco, you described yesterday as the toughest day of your career, but Davide said you made a change in warm-up and it looked like you were back to your best out there. Is there a feeling of genuine relief to be back on the podium?
Yes, and in this way that for us today is like it's not just a third place, but it's recovering a lot of confidence, and was something that I was needing. This morning we had something that we were not thinking about it, and it was a small change that gave it to me a bit more of confidence, and a small step of confidence gave to me a bit more speed. So happy about it. I tried everything to catch back Alex, but we were increasing pace lap by lap, and I just did the best lap in the second laps to go. So 2 laps to go. So very happy. I want to say thanks to my team that we were struggling together, and today we are on the podium. Thanks also by them. So happy, and thanks to everybody.
Great to see you back on the podium. Well done.
Grazie.
First positivity we've heard, isn't it, from Pecco in a few weeks, that.
Months. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, since his
win at Cosa,
Exactly.
First podium since the Spanish Grand Prix in Jerez. Had to work hard for it early on. In the end, just 9/10 of a second behind Alex Marquez. Sportsmanship as always between the MotoGP riders. He salutes the crowd. Bagnaia back on the podium trail. That's his 5th podium of the season. There's Domicia, his wife, alongside Davide Tarlozzi. They all look relieved.
That's exactly the look, isn't it? So finally, the breakthrough.
Well, Alex Marquez said second was the best we could hope for this weekend. He's done the job then. So he has to say to Jack Appleyard.
Well, Alex, another brilliant weekend. Second yesterday, second today, but far from easy. Pecco pushed you all of the way. Just how tough was that to manage?
Yeah. I was expecting him already there. I mean, on the warm-up, he was already quite fast, and I say today he will try for sure. When you have a bad sprint race, you have that insight. He's the world champion MotoGP, so for sure he tried it and he tried his best. I was there trying to manage the situation a little bit. I was not feeling 100% with this medium rear tire, so I say, okay, I need to keep the pace, I need to not make mistakes, to not, if they don't overtake me when they're really close, they will not be able to do it. So it was like this, so really happy for that. And yeah, we managed to extract the maximum in this weekend. That was P2 in sprint and P2 today, so yeah, really happy for that.
Great ride, well done.
Thank you so much.
Done the job, done exactly what was asked of him this weekend, fulfilled his expectations, not able quite to take it to his brother today, but we sort of expected that was going to be the case.
Yeah, and my gut feeling is that next round at Mugello is not a track Mark's been fantastic at. He's not bad at it, he's never been bad at any track, has he? But it's not one you'd put on his, you wouldn't put it in the top, let's say, 50% of the tracks for him, would you?
No. Absolutely not. It's always a fantastic event, though. Even better when he wins at home, as he has done here for Marc Marquez. King of Aragon, once again.
Mark, all week you've spoken about focus and concentration. Well, you certainly had that today. What a way to bounce back. Victory here in Aragon. And what were the celebrations like in front of your own fans and your grandstand?
Yeah, of course, it was an amazing weekend. All the practice, leading, full focus, just full concentrate. As I expect, the others get closer and closer every session, and in the race, the pace of Alex and Pecco were super fast. But yeah, it was consistent, just controlling the race distance, and yeah, the celebration together with my brother was amazing, and the best way to come back with full Ducatis in the top.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, you can never say it's a foregone conclusion. That's as close as it gets this weekend. We didn't lie about it. It was down to Mark to make a mistake, and he didn't do it.
No, not a single mistake. He even got the start right today. He just had it under control all weekend. It's his track, Ducati's track as well, locking out the podium today and yesterday. It is a low grip nature. It's got a long back straight. It's got everything that Mark loves because it keeps going left. It almost was a foregone conclusion, and he was just too good this weekend. But yeah, full credit. He's got the full points haul. Pretty much a perfect weekend.
Yeah, it really was, apart from that one stat, which is just ridiculous. Great consistency from Alex as well. I think he came in knowing that, no, but even if you pushed 100%, you still wouldn't be able to beat Mark, and that has also come true. Maybe the delight comes from Pecco Bagnaia.
Yeah, certainly a massive turnaround overnight. The confidence, you could hear in his voice how much it meant to him, because he's been in the doldrums, languishing yesterday. His toughest day of his career, as he said, not just this season. And it's really promising to see him back on form again. We don't like to see a world champion struggling and floundering, and he's got some feeling back today. Whatever the small change was, the fact that they got the test tomorrow, that timing is perfect for him, and we want to see him in there challenging Mark, challenging Alex each week, and not just a foregone conclusion.
Amazing how a small change to the bike can give such a big amount of confidence, and it's great to see him smiling. The story continues about Rosa, Mark and Alex's mum. This started with our interview at Silverstone when they were talking about who mum supported, and Alex said it was him. So there's Mark now giving his mum the t-shirt from the factory Ducati. Is she going to put it on? She's playing along, as always. It's great bit of fun. Michele Mazzini from Grassini there as well, and Alex. It's just going to roll on, this story. Isn't it? Quite glad we started it going, really.
Yeah, 1 and 2 in the world. What a proud mother she will be today, and it's a lovely story, isn't it? The fact that Mark's always had all the headlines. Alex has been in the shadow, and he's turning things around. Alex is a thorn in Mark's side as a independent Ducati. I'd love to see what Alex would do on a full factory bike. I know the GP24 is arguably as good or maybe even better than the 25, but I just love the growth this year. Neil talked about it in commentary. No one's seen Alex put in this season where he is a genuine title contender. Mark makes a few more mistakes, and then Alex is there to pick up the pieces. But yeah, when you're second best in the world and you're battling against maybe one of the best motorcycle riders of all time, got to say Alex is doing a fantastic job.
It really is. The racing, though, really was the battle for fifth. The good, fun stuff that everybody was shouting at the TV for. The 2S, Frankie and Furman, had a right go at each other towards the end, particularly lap 20 and 22. I think this was 19. It was brilliant to watch.
It was. We know Furman's not scared to let off the brake. He'll stick it up the inside. But this season, Frankie's been ultra aggressive. This direction change, we've seen it ended in disaster last season, that move into the switch back to 12 to 13. But watch this again. It's good. Frankie just sticks it down the inside. Furman doesn't want to give it up. Tries to lean on him. A little bit of a touch there with the elbow. And again, that's as close as you want it on a MotoGP bike. You can see the buffeting of Frankie's leathers. That is from the aero effect and the wind kicking off Furman's machine. Frankie gets it down the inside. But yeah, both riders on top of their game today. They were scrapping it out for every inch of the track. Yeah, we wanted to battle like that for victory, but even though it was in 5th place, it was made some great television, great entertainment. Neither wanting to give best, and in the end, Aldeguer, not as strong as he was over the 11-lap sprint. This is again running out of 12, up over the little crest. Sorry, 11. As you drop downhill, it's so difficult to be precise there. Furman could do it every time, using a lot of rear brake to stop it. Doesn't go wide at all, and gets the spot away from Frankie in the end. It was a great duel that just kept running and running. But obviously no love lost between these two. I would say there might be some words afterwards. These ones here on the back straight were just a little too close for comfort. But yeah, Frankie giving as good as he gets. There we go. And they kick up with the dust as they go slightly offline there. But yeah, this was so close. You can see Furman just leaning on his front tyre, then the contact here. But yeah, both boys loving it.
Absolutely, and the elbow came out just to protect the space, really stop metal on metal, which is the last thing that you want as a rider. Look at the scene here, everybody coming in to celebrate the Marquez brothers. Of course, they absolutely adore them around here, demigods. Well, certainly Marquez, and Alex is getting towards that status as well. I'm not sure either of us are particular fans of the manipulated celebrations, but we'll take it anyway, because what a story this is. Let's go to the podium, enjoy this, Gav.
Yeah, thanks, Susie. Yeah, they're all getting ready underneath it as we're about to see the trophies handed out here under the scorching sunshine. That mustn't be underestimated here today, how much that's played a part. Temperatures in the high 20s, into the 30s even. Track temperatures above 50 degrees as well, as Pecco Bagnaya's survived that pressure cooker moments that they've been over the last few weeks and sticks it back on the box, just in behind Alex Marquez, who continues, as Michael quite rightly said, to be a genuine title challenger. Still within a race weekend's worth of points of his brother Mark at round 8 of 22. As Mark steps up onto the box. Another sprint main race double for him, his 4th of the year. Johnny Walker here this weekend, and over the trophy to Ducati, who end Aprilia's run of wins of 1. They start another streak of wins actually at 22. It's been broken by Honda and Aprilia, and now Ducati back on top once more. And it's an all Ducati podium with Pecco Bagnaia rediscovering some kind of form and confidence, crucially, as he said in his interview. Alex Marquez takes 2nd for the 4th time this year in a main race. Sits 2nd in the championship, 32 behind his brother. But for the 7th time in MotoGP, another magnificent performance from Marc Marquez at Motorland Aragon. He extends his lead in the World Championship and heading to a Ducati home race in Italy next up. He signs off from a home Grand Prix with yet another win.
was a fantastic race here in Aragon. It's champagne time, and when we return in 2 weeks' time, we'll be at the Italian Grand Prix in Mugello. Join us then from us all here. Thank you very much for your company. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, don't forget, JB Motorsports 2 Aragon test tomorrow live. Bye-bye, everyone.